Light the candles. Draw the circle. Don't worry. It's just a game. Wow. Okay, if that whispered opening line just sent a little shiver down your spine, you are in exactly the right place. Today we're unpacking a really fascinating piece of source material. We're looking at the lyrics and the entire narrative structure of this incredibly dark, cinematic, industrial techno track called Don't Summon What You Don't Believe. You know, this isn't just your average song. It's actually a brilliant psychological horror story set to a relentless beat. And we're going to break down exactly how it builds its terrifying narrative. So let's dive right in.
A descent into the dark. If you're the kind of person who loves structured storytelling and analyzing exactly how suspense is crafted, you are absolutely going to love this deep dive. We're going to trace the psychological journey embedded right into these lyrics, moving all the way from these arrogant, commercialized parlor tricks down to a profound, basically inescapable consequence. Keep your focus on that underlying human psychology as we unravel this explainer.
Section 1. Selling Cheap Illusions, the Velvet Lies of the Mystical Hustle.
So the story opens by painting this really vivid picture of the cynical, modern commercialization of the supernatural. It's literally a calculated business model. These hustlers, right, they come dressed in velvet lies, using crystal balls and borrowed eyes just to sell secrets never known. It's a pure transaction. They're selling this comforting version of heaven while hinting just enough at hell to keep things exciting, and then, of course, happily collecting their fee. They tell the customer, trust the cards, they never cheat, simply because every single answer is carefully crafted to sound super sweet. And the true arrogance of these hustlers? That gets fully revealed the second the customers go home. The lyric goes, they laugh about it after dark. Just a trick, just play your part. They are completely dismissive. They take genuine pride in manipulating belief while holding absolutely zero belief themselves. To them, magic is just this cheap, small illusion, a way to stage delight. But as any good horror narrative dictates, that kind of hubris is absolutely about to be tested.
Section 2. The core warning. Something listens in the dark.
Right here, the music and our narrative really takes a sudden heavy turn. The velvet lies get stripped completely away, presenting the foundational rules of the summoner. Don't summon what you don't believe, and don't open doors you cannot leave. Now, what's really interesting here is the chilling reality that the intent of the summoner literally doesn't matter to the void. You might call it myth, you might call it art or just some silly performance. But even if you whisper names just for the show, the sheer act of calling out is exactly what opens that door.
To really hammer home this danger, we see this sharp contrast with a super casual ritual. Spread the tarot across the floor. Spin the glass just for fun. The participants are trying to keep it light, saying, see, it moves for everyone. But their physical reactions totally betray them. We're talking trembling hands, gleaming eyes, breath held tight. They're treating the occult like this harmless parlor game, but their bodies instinctively know they are playing with real fire.
Section 3. Crossing the threshold. Half illusion, half a dream.
Suddenly, the whole atmosphere in the room completely shifts. That nervous giggling, it just stops. A shadow flickers, not from light, no one dares to speak it right. This is the pivotal moment where the participants realize the line between their cheap little tricks and actual reality has totally dissolved. The comforting doubt that kept them feeling safe is just gone, and it's replaced by a very real, tangible dread that completely takes over the room.
That pretty lie they were so sure they were controlling, the crystal balls, the staged delight, has instantly morphed into a horrific dark reality. Think about this juxtaposition. They are now being stalked by something with no face, no voice, no shape. Shadows that literally breathe in deep forests, and a figure moving beneath the leaves. This is definitely no longer a trick. It's something born out of the night that's literally following them through corridors of sound.
And right after that terrifying realization, the track completely strips away that heavy industrial beat. It breaks down into this incredibly eerie, minimal silence and delivers this one line. You asked for a sign, this is one. Wow. It is the ultimate, undeniable breach of our reality. The supernatural isn't just a fun concept anymore. It has actually crossed over. It's standing right in front of them, directly answering those mocking, casual requests they made just moments before.
So this brings us to a crucial point, and I kind of want to ask you directly. What happens when the void finally answers back? This is really the core theme you should take away from this explainer. The whole narrative is using the occult to explore a very deep human tendency, our arrogant desire to play with forces, concepts, or even technologies that we don't fully respect or understand. We just poke at the unknown for sheer entertainment, right? Demanding proof. But are we ever genuinely prepared for what happens when that proof actually arrives?
Section 4. The final cost. Sometimes doors don't close again. Okay, so the energy ramps right back up as the realization of what they've done hits them with absolutely full force. It's this massive, rapid escalation. You called it a pretty lie. You just wanted proof, a harmless call. But by doing that, you fed the fire, and you drew the line. The hustler fully thought they were in control, right? They were just playing a game until it started knowing your name. The thing they summoned out of time is now intimately, terrifyingly aware of them.
Those velvet lies are completely, utterly shattered. No more tricks, no velvet stage. No more lines, no safe escape. The arrogant hustler wanted wonder, but they wanted it cheap and controllable. Because they summoned what they fundamentally didn't believe in, the terrifying new reality is that now something answers every single call. Something is permanently standing right there in the hall.
And then, after all those intense, driving industrial beats, the track just fades out to this final, super unsettling whisper. Light the candles. No, don't. The bravado is entirely gone. It's just replaced by pure, unadulterated regret. And it leaves us with this totally terrifying question to ponder long after the music stops. If you knock on the door of the unknown just for a quick thrill, are you truly prepared for what might be waiting on the other side, just waiting to be let in?